the death toll in an explosion in northwestern Syria has now risen to 69, including 17 children. That's according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights. The blast on Sunday took place at an ammunition depot in Idlib Sarmada district, where civilians displaced from the northern Homs province are living. The depot is said to belong to Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, the group formerly known as al-Nusra Front. Idlib forms part of the last major rebel stronghold in Syria. Let's talk to Fadel Abdul Ghany, who is the chairman and founder of the Syrian Network for Human Rights. Thanks so much for coming in. If I can first ask about this explosion and how much of a danger has really been created to civilians because of these countless arms and munitions dumps that are now located throughout Syria, especially those of groups like Al-Qaeda affiliated, formerly Al-Nusra Front.
Thank you very much for having me. Yeah, of course, the explosion and the chaos in Idlib will be escalated simultaneously with the regime attacks on Idlib. Al-Nusra is always caused trouble for the Syrian population and always become like justification from the Russian attack in Al-Ghouta, in Daraa, and everywhere, and in Eastern Aleppo before. Now Al-Nusra will keep creating troubles to the population there, and will not like remove their weapons, and will not accept any like political or settlement solution in Idlib. So that based on that, the regime and the Russian determined to seize Idlib again. In this very complicated situation, Idlib is divided to two areas. One area is under Fadel Abdul Ghany, and now they create like one union, and other part under Al-Nusra control area. That area will be, the civilians in that area will totally suffer too much. And one more things regarding the attacks. Mainly the attacks does not concentrate on the Al-Nusra fighters only. They are attacking civilians under Al-Nusra control area.
Okay. Is there any safe place for non-regime supporting civilians really to be in Syria right now? That's
a very key question, actually. Where those people will fled now? As you know, those people already forcibly displaced from several provinces, and they displaced several times. They came from Daraya, from Daraa, from everywhere. And there is 4 million now Syrian civilians in Idlib. Where are they going to live? I think now the escalation will happen on the door. Now, recent 2 weeks, there is a huge attacks on the Idlib province. At least my expectation that 700,000 will be at the Turkish-Syrian border. And there is no other places. This is the last province under the opposition area. And everyone fled to this area. This is the first point. The second point that the Russian want solution for the Idlib. It might be unlike for what's happened in Daraa and in Eastern Ghouta. But of course, this solution will rehabilitate Assad again. They are looking for reconciliation with some armed groups, but in general, this political solution will be under the regime control again. Okay. That will be unaccepted from the Syrian population. Syria will keep unstable, and the resistance will continue. So Idlib is a very disaster situation now, and there is displacement happened right now, caused of the regime attack, caused of this explosion, this terrifying the society there.
But I mean, help us understand if you have a vision for the kind of end game here, because how much longer can the rebels actually hold out? I mean, or will the map of the Syrian Arab Republic ultimately have to change in some form?
There is here key issue that Idlib is also under the Turkish influence. That's the key element, different than Al-Ghouta and Daraa. So here, I think the Turkish influence is fundamental, and how much they can support also those group in order to like make a political solution. But the solution, as I explained, that the Russian will not accept any solution without regime control, actually, and they want the regime to be back. That's the only, they want decisive win. That's the Russian plan, actually. And any other plan is unaccepted from the Russian. And that will lead the society toward the extremism, because those will not accept Assad and Russian again by force.
Okay. Fadel Abdul Ghany, thank you so much.